Hello friends, you are most welcomed in Nirankari video channel. In this chapter, we will discuss about reproduction in organism, and our first heading is life span. Reproduction in organism. Reproduction in organism, and first heading is life span. The living organism do not survive indefinitely on this earth. Every individual dies after attaining a certain age or due to predation. Living organism, the living organism do not survive for ever. Every individual dies after. Every individual dies after attaining a certain age. Due to predation, accident, disease or failure. Accidents, disease or failure to replace molecules. To replace molecules to run the machinery of life. Molecules to run the machinery of life. Duration between birth and death. Duration between birth and death is called life span, which may be a few minutes to a few minutes to a some hours. In case of some microorganism, in case of some microorganism, the lifespan of living organism, the lifespan of living organism varies greatly. varies greatly. Some microorganisms survive few minutes to few hours. Some microorganisms survive few minutes to few hours. Mayfly survive one day. Mayfly survive one day. Butterfly survive 1 to 2 weeks. Butterfly survive 1 to 2 weeks. Fruit fly survive 40 to 50 days. Fruit fly survive 40 to 50 days. Cicada survive one day. Cicada survive one day. Rat survive 4 years. Rat survive 4 years. Rabbit survive 13 years. Rabbit survive 13 years. Crow survive 15 years. Crow survive 15 years. Cow survive 18 to 25 years. 18 to 25 years. Dog. Monkey 26 years. 26 years. Dog survive 20 to 30 years. 20 to 30 years. Cat 35 to 40 years. 35 to 40 years. Whale 37 years. Whale 37 years. Banyan tree 200 years. Banyan tree 200 years. White oak people 2000 to 3000 years. People 2000 to 3000 years. Redwood tree. Redwood tree survive 3000 to 4000 years. 3000 to 4000 years. Laria tridentota. Laria tridentota. 11,300 years. Oldest plant found in Southwest California. Oldest plant found in Southwest California. The lifespan of an individual generally includes 4 stages. The lifespan of an individual includes 4 stages. Number 1, juvenility. Number 2, maturity. Number 3, aging. Number 4, senescence and death. The early period of life is span juvenility. The early period of life span of an organism called juvenility. Juvenility is followed by maturity. Juvenility is followed by maturity, during which organism reproduce. Reproduce. Gradually, the body of organism starts. Deteriorating. This period is called aging. Aging. Early period of life span and organism. Juvenility is followed by maturity. Gradually, the body of organism starts deteriorating. This period is called aging. Aging terminates into senescence. Aging terminates into senescence. When the deteriorating changes become irreversible. When the deteriorating changes becomes irreversible. Finally, the senescence leads to death. Death causes reduction in the number of individuals. Death causes reduction of number of individual of a population which is restored by of a population, which is restored by addition of new individual. Addition of new individual by the process of reproduction. Reproduction is not only the production of new copy. Reproduction is not only the means of production of new copy, like itself, but it is a means for the survival of. But it is a means for the survival of population of species on this earth. Population of species on this earth. It is well known that life comes from the life. It is known that life comes from life. All the living organisms have a property. All the living organisms have a property to produce more of its own. To produce more of its own kind by the process of reproduction. What is reproduction? Our next heading is what is reproduction. Reproduction is one of the important process by which every living organism makes a copy like itself. It is the means of multiplication and perpetuation of species because the older individual of each species undergo senescence and die. Reproduction is the one of the important process. Is one of the important process by which every living organism makes a copy like itself. Makes a copy like itself. It is the means of multiplication. It is the means of multiplication and perpetuation of the species and perpetuation of the species. Because the older individual of each species, because the older individual of each species undergo senescence and die. Undergo senescence and die. There are so many methods of reproduction. There are so many methods of reproduction found in living organisms. All the reproductive methods are broadly classified into all the methods of reproduction broadly classified into two major groups. First one is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, and second one is sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, the individual are produced by the new individual are produced by any means other than the by any means other than the fusion of gametes. The sexual reproduction, on the other hand, the sexual reproduction on the other hand involves fusion of two sex gametes. Involves fusion of two sex gametes to form the new individuals. To form the new individuals. In our next video, in our next topic, we will see about asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is a kind of reproduction. Is a kind of reproduction involving only one parent. Involving only one parent, in which meiosis, in which gamete production, gamete production, fertilization, transfer of genetic material, transfer of genetic material between two individuals, between two individuals, and parthenogenesis does not occur, and parthenogenesis does not occur. Occurrence of asexual reproduction. Occurrence of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction occurs most commonly in unicellular organism. Unicellular organisms such as monarians and protists. In monarians and protists, and in plant and certain animals, and in plants in certain lower animals. Now we will see types of asexual reproduction. Types of asexual reproduction. Types of asexual reproduction. Number 1, binary fission. Binary fission. It is the division of parent into two small. It is the division of parents into two small equal sized offspring. Example of binary fission. Example of binary fission. Binary fission in bacteria. Binary fission in bacteria. The cytoplasm and nucleoid divide into the cytoplasm and nucleoid divide into two without mitosis into 2 without mitosis. During the division of nuclei, during the division of nucleoid, the DNA replicates while attached to mesosome. DNA replicates while attached to mesosome. A new mesosome develops which get attached to a new mesosome develop which get attached to me to the daughter chromosome daughter chromosome. At the same time, the cell wall and plasma membrane at the same time the cell wall and plasma membrane start growing transversely. Starts growing transversely inward from near the middle of inward from near the middle of the cytoplasm. The dividing septum originates centripetally. The dividing septum originates centripetally and separates the parent cell into two nearly equal daughter cells. Two nearly equal daughter cell, each having a nuclear body. Each having a nuclear body. These cells may separate from each other. These cells may separate from each other or may remain attached for some time to form chain. For some time to form chain. Under favorable condition, the process of binary fission completes in under favorable condition, the process of binary fission completes in 20 to 30 minutes. Thus, a very large number of bacterial cells Thus, a very large number of bacterial cells may be produced in 24 hours, and the number is about 281 or 75. 281 or 75 90. Second example of binary fission is an protozoan protist. Binary fission in protist. Binary fission in protists. In protozoan, the replicated chromosomes are in protozoans. The replicated chromosomes are separated by intranuclear mitosis. Separated by intranuclear mitosis, and the nucleus divides by furrowing, and the nucleus divides by furrowing. Then the cytoplasm gradually constricts. Then the cytoplasm gradually constricts between the two separating nuclei. Between the two separating nuclei, ultimately forming two equal sized daughter individuals. Ultimately formed two equal sized daughter cells, each with a nucleus, each with a nucleus. The offspring grow to the size of the parents. The offspring grow to the size of parents before dividing again. Before dividing again. Binary fission is of three main kinds. Binary fission is of three main kinds. Number one, irregular, longitudinal and transverse. Irregular, longitudinal and transverse. Irregular binary fission occurs in amoeba, found in amoeba. Longitudinal binary fission occurs in Euglena, and transverse binary fission occurs in Paramecium. Third example, binary fission in planarians. Binary fission in planarians. Planarians divide by transverse binary fission. Planarians divide by transverse binary fission. The worm fixes the posterior part of the body. The worm fixes the worm fixes the posterior part of the body to a substratum and moves anterior part forward and moves anterior part forward. Thus, the anterior part exert a pull. Thus, the anterior part exert a pull. Exert a pull. The middle part is stressed. The middle part is stretched, constrict, and finally breaks. Constricts and finally breaks. The anterior part regenerates. The anterior part regenerates posterior part and posterior part regrows and posterior part regrows anterior part of the planaria. Next we will see reproductive unit and immortality. It should be noted that in binary fission, the parent body as a whole constitutes the reproductive unit and disappears when its division into daughter individual is completed. However, the parent cannot be said to have died as no dead body is left. In fact, after binary fission, the parent continues living as two daughter individuals. Thus, the organism that undergo binary fission are immortal. Main important point, the organism that undergoes binary fission are immortal. So friends, in my next video link, I will provide you about asexual reproduction in living organism. The next method is multiple fission. Multiple fission in plasmodium and multiple fission in amoeba. Then budding, budding in yeast and budding in hydra. So please, you are requested to wait for my next video links. Thanks.